Hello, it's 4:06 p.m. I worked my ass off and working hard. So now I'm taking a break. My body's tired. I'm really tired. So it looks like a lot of us end up being the most tired on Fridays. So um I know that one thing about wicked people, if you a good person, well, I know the Bible says nobody's good, but if you try to do what's right, and wicked people are attacking you, and you feel like, I guess it does make you more submissive to God when people are attacking you, you know, really heavy. So, but the people attacking you, they want you to bow down to them and not the true God. Um. So yeah, I'm feeling kind of weak, and I'm feeling exhausted. Um. But I had a lot on my mind while I was working, and of course, on camera, I kind of forgot what I needed to say. But other targeted individuals, even females, if you if they're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, they'll put up their physical address where they work at and name their neighbors and everybody who's in on the gang stalking. But it seems like I'm the only one who they come after, with lawsuit threats or this threat and cease and desist letters and threats of all, and they think they're so freaking intelligent and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't had any, but one perp suggested, you know, to my twin sister about, oh, you should get Candy, send her cease and desist letters and stuff like that. Anything try to tear you down and make you be quiet and stuff. It was Pam Smith that said that. But like other targeted individuals, they'll say like the name of the hotel that they're at, the number, the physical address, city and state, and the exact room number, and they'll say that they're being tortured, by the direct energy weapons, or they'll tell stories about what their hotel neighbors are doing. But I can't get away with being that open. But they're still just sticking to their modern targeting rather than things of the past or what they've been through. But my personal reason for talking about my past is because of I'm trying to get the story about my personal experiences of the story about my foster care experiences and the history behind why I end up in this program. But a lot of times I say that the foster mom put me in a program, but it's my strong speculation. But even if it was someone else who put me in a program, I didn't realize that the foster mom was our handler. And which explains why she still tried to control us after we were already of age. And people say the chief narc in your life is your handler. But, being 38 years old and not being, getting to drive a car or have a place to live or, a steady place to live and everybody controlling and watching you. They want to make remarks and stuff like that. So Star Bricker try to paint the false, who's actual cyber criminal, you know, try to paint this false picture that that I've been a criminal all my life. You know, talking about that I committed arson when I was 4 years old and I did this crime and I did that and I've been homicidal and suicidal and all that, you know, and trying to make like I just have a history of being a troubled bad person. You know, so but I didn't know any better. And then she tried to say, "Oh, can't," and she takes that lightly. Well, the crimes that you commit towards me, you take that lightly. Your destruction towards me, that you think is legal and that you can get away with the stuff that you do to me, and try to bully me into silence. I mean, I questioned earlier today if Starbreaker, is she connected with the CIA and knows those kind of CIA style brainwashing and manipulation tactics, and you know, saying stuff that Candy's not all that bright, and Renice Reeves said that too. Candy's not all that bright, or Candy's very stupid, and stuff like that. But y'all the ones who are brainwashed and embrace the new world order. But narcissistic abusers always making like as if you don't have a lick of common sense. So they feel like that's the reason why they want to justify why you need to be controlled or fixed by them or changed by or rearranged by them. You know, yeah, so I mean, I heard that some people say that certain that targeted individuals, that it's on a case by case basis and a person by person basis, and they're basically a mind control and manipulate you and attack your weaknesses and try to keep you shocked and traumatized. And they know what gets to you. They know what gets underneath your skin to try to make you outraged so that they can paint this false picture that you're the one who's a psychopath. You're the one who's crazy. You're the one who's mentally unhinged. You're the one who's just this dangerous person that needs to be stopped. When you try to live a peaceful life and be nice and normal and go out of your way to help people, but you know, people will think that you're a monster when they provoke you, when they touch your weaknesses, and you do get outraged. But then when they rage on you, when a narcissistic abuser, when they rage on you, that society makes it like as if you got a good taste of your own medicine, or you get what you deserve, or something like that, or you know who to fuck with, or you know not to mess with this person. So I just don't understand why online strangers feel the need to control me and think they have more authority over me than my work boss, you know, my employer. If they say to only mop the classrooms on Friday, then who are you to tell me that no, that floor needs to be mopped several times a day with bleach, and I will be calling your boss? Yeah, that Jessica person try to say that, you know. Um, we they tell me here at work, they tell me what we mop the floor with. So they don't even have, we don't even work with bleach. We don't. It's this kind of product called Virex that we clean with. And at the other job, it was, forgot, I can't think of the name at the moment, what the name of the cleaner was. So we got our little cleaning solution where we clean the toilets and clean the floor, like, you know. But these online perps really don't be knowing what they're talking about, and they try to act like as if they think that they're here, and they want to just try to keep me in fear, try to keep me scared, and always trying to make like you're guilty of something, or you up to no good, or you sneaky. But you know, I realized I've been recently researching about just regular stalking, and with the regular stalking, you know, people try to say, oh, the less stuff you put online, then the less they can use against you. But not when it comes to gang stalking, because they track your every move and you don't have to say shit. I mean, Alex Dupree would make, why he would make, why would if I made a last second decision, didn't plan in advance, and at the last minute go to Winn Dixie and change my routine, and he's still always there before. I'm like, damn. So that's why I figured this has to be spiritual. Spiritual, mainly spiritual, but then they use technology as their weapons, you know. So it's like, what the fuck? Alex never shops at no doggone Winn Dixie. And then, out of the way, too. Like, and I saw him there. I at the last minute, decided to go there. And he was there the only one time I ever saw him wear a mask. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he would be on the bus before I do. And when I change my routes around or go somewhere different, he'd be on the bus before I do. So the stalker is usually there waiting for you before you arrive. So, and even with gang stalkers, it's like they're waiting for me when I walk, let's say, out of Whataburger. I'm just using that for an example. I don't eat there that much, but if I come out of there and then the very instant that I'm walking out of Whataburger, a car is with one headlight is pulling off, or sometimes they have the proper headlights, but you know that they're a gang stalker, because this happens too many times for it to be just a coincidence. Like, even at work today, you know, I mean, just about every day I go in one building and then go switch to the other school, and then when I walk out of the building, they're pulling off. And, as I told y'all earlier, they had a gang stalker with one headlight on the campus, pretending to have a student, but had actually a dog in the back seat. What are you doing on this campus? You have no purpose to be here but to gang stalk me, And you're not going to get caught. So, about the stalking thing, I was reading about it yesterday, and maybe the day before, but definitely yesterday. I was reading about the stalking, and they say, keep this private or keep that private. But when you're a targeted individual, a lot of us show our gang stalking to educate people who didn't know, people who a light bulb might come up and be like, well, hey, this is happening to me, or they also show their gang stalking to show that, hey, look, I'm targeted too, and they can link up with others. But when people take you more seriously when you're stalked one-on-one by just one person, like an ex-lover or something. But if you stalked by multiple people and a whole bunch of strangers, then they'll make it like as if you're the one who's crazy, and they get you dismissed. But the people who you be reporting to, they might be perps and in on it too. And so, I mean, I was just, let's see. about 10 minutes to work today because one of the videos I tried to upload, they kept resetting the video on purpose, kept resetting the upload on purpose, and then delaying the process on purpose just to make me late because they knew I was trying to get the truth out. So that's like electronic harassment right there. But electronic torture is them vibrating my left foot right now. So they vibrate my left foot. So I was told that, I could start coming in an hour earlier, I guess starting next week. And then I can get my full 8 hours. And then if I wanted to work extra, I can work at the other school. So as I said, if you perps don't want me begging, then let me keep my job and my roof over my head. Because if I gotta be banned from where I'm living at, then I can't work. And if I can't work, then it'll be hard for me to have the money to get to stay somewhere. But y'all want to keep me down and keep me in this state of being dependent and needy so that y'all can shame me about being just this user and this beggar. But y'all made us homeless. Y'all did this to us. The whole gang stalking cult network. But they stalk, follow, and harass and gossip about you, make false rumors. But you better not. They bully you into silence and try to frighten and scare you and then tell you that you better not open your mouth or you better keep their name out of your mouth. You better make sure you keep my name out of your mouth. But then they keep bad-mouthing you behind your back and making all kinds of... They just want to try to make you look bad. I'm not a crazy person. So, it's like, I don't physically tell people, well, I'm at this such and such hotel or motel, or that I'm in such and such room, but the gang stalkers find out anyway. I usually from personal experience, I try to keep things, discreet. And then after I get banned from, like once I get banned from a certain restaurant, for example, then I will show the physical building of the restaurant. Hey, this is O'Reilly's, and they banned me from here, and this happened or whatever. And sometimes you get into an argument with a perp, and it happens so fast that you can't even get it on film. Like what happened at Doghouse Deli downtown, and they've been perping me since the beginning. But they had some really good food, but it was too overpriced. But it was one of the few places I can eat. And then the manager, whose face I never seen, or the owner or whatever, whose face I never seen before, bullied me out of there and picked the argument with me because I had one extra bag more than usual, because I carried my sleeping bag with me, and he saw it. But I was pretty much a daily customer eating there, like for breakfast almost every day at one point. So, just weird. After all my stuff got stolen, I had to carry my sleeping bag plus my book bag. And then that's when they started bullying me out of this restaurant and that restaurant, and picking arguments with me and trying to set me up. To And then they picked the argument with me. It's like that girl Heidi at the O'Reilly's place downtown. It's like she used to love me. And she used to love me enough to be nice and offer me free pineapple juice. And the moment I walk inside the restaurant, she's making my apple juice already. But sometimes she'll make apple juice for me and then charge me when I didn't ask for it. But sometimes so I would never know until after I ate. So sometimes, but every time I come up in there, she's making my pineapple juice, and they move so fast. But there was a point in time I ate there, but their food cost too much. But their breakfast was fucking nasty though. But, but yeah, I mean, because it's downtown, the food costs more. But if you go, say, for example, places near the mall, it's way cheaper. But I'm surprised those places aren't overpriced because it's like right by the airport. And Alex, crazy ass, used to gang stalk me at the mall and at the library. No, wait. No, at UWF campus and PSC campus. Not the library, I'm sorry. But yeah, PSC campus, UWF campus, the beach, on the buses, at the bus station. Like, I'm like, damn, you follow me like everywhere. But one thing, gang stalkers love to stick their middle finger up at me. But I do it to them too. When I can't get my camera out in time, I cuss them out. But cussing them out didn't faze them. But at one point, when I'd be like, gang stalker, and then they slam on the brakes and have a near car accident. But then after a while, that stopped phasing them too. But there was a point in time they would get more enraged when I say, gang stalker. And that used to get underneath their skin. They know who they are. They know who they are. But that tactic no longer works. But I'm just amazed at how and why I've been having like so much lack of fortune throughout the years and being held back despite having a college degree and barely made it. And I didn't realize the whole picture of what's going on, So that other guy had been the one that was at the ice cream and candy shop, and they tried to make like the online perps made it like I terrified that young little boy when he's been gang stalking me for almost exactly as long as Alex has. And then they had the black guy that was gang stalking me, and he pretended to be homeless too. And it's like, how the fuck you go from being homeless to driving around in a Mercedes? You sold your damn soul. And then he was wearing all red and pretended to be fake nice and offered me to prostitute, and then took the bus that day. And then like a week or two later, I saw him driving around in a fucking Mercedes and stuff like that. When I can't even get access to any cars, and nobody's cool with me or nice enough, or the narcissistic abusers making like they don't trust me with driving or a car.